G'day guys, welcome back to another video. So we're still in Yuraygir National Park and we're actually doing our last sunrise at the moment. So you can see Julien off in the background behind me, I think. Somewhere around there. And we're pretty much doing the exact same shoot that we did yesterday where we were at the rocks just by the coast. But today it's actually looking it's gonna be pretty disappointing light-wise. We got some huge clouds off in the horizon over here where the sun's meant to be coming up, which isn't the best thing. But like yesterday, I think I'm going to try and focus on capturing some abstracts. I might even use the 100 to 400 to zoom into the waves coming in on the beach and try and see if I can get some long exposures with that to make some nice abstract flowing shapes. But we'll see what happens. And that's really all there is to say. There's actually a cloud inversion just happening maybe about 2 kilometers over there, which is, I know is sort of killing Julien's soul that we're not over there. And theoretically we could be, but even looking now, it actually looks like it's moving towards us. So we may just ditch our plan and go and check out the fog over there. We're going there. So we drove over to where the fog is, and it looks like we may have made a bit of a mistake because it's only along one section of the main road. And in this sort of mess behind me, it's very hard to find a compelling composition. And pretty much the only opportunity we found for decent photos is someone's driveway, but the sunrise is looking wonderful. So may have been a better idea for us just to stay at the beach, but get out the camera and maybe try and capture something, and then we'll reassess from there. In an effort to salvage this morning, we've stopped on the side of the road going back towards our campsite. We've given up on the fog, and we're trying to capture, at least me handheld, Julien's using his tripod, a nice tree with the sunrise behind it, because we missed quite a nice sunrise. And I think in a few seconds the light's actually going to go away because it's going to go up above some clouds. But I've already captured the scene, but I'll show you guys what I did. So this is the tree that we spotted off the side of the road, and it doesn't look too bad with the sunrise behind it, I'd say, and the clouds are rather moody. So this is essentially what we've done, is we just framed it up in the corner of the shot and fired off handheld, 1/160th of a second, f6.3, ISO 100. So put the photo up for you guys and we'll go to our next location. And here we are back again about an hour later, completely missing sunrise. With that bad decision we made this morning, we're left to one option, I think, for photography right now, which is to do some abstracts of the rocks on the shoreline. We're gonna get down there, we're gonna try and capture something. I know I got a pretty nice photo yesterday, but we'll see if we can recreate something like that. All right. Got the first person set up with the Osmo, just like yesterday, and pretty much we're gonna go around and we're gonna try and capture some abstracts doing handheld shots. So settings wise, we're probably gonna have to push that ISO a little bit. Gonna bring it up to, I'd say, maybe 1600 here. Full frame is usually never an issue anyway. So move around a little bit and try and sort of compose these veins together. That's really nice. Despite all the things that happened, it's not too bad of a way to end off the last part of the trip. We still have one more drone battery left though, so I'm gonna fly that over the lagoon that I mentioned in the last video. Maybe even get some photos similar to what was from the last video, but I think it's gonna be very hard to top both the compositions and the amazing scenery that lagoon had. It was crazy nice. Might even be able to find that composition that I shot yesterday, the one with the, I think it was a white seashell and the white line of something. Oh, wow, there's a kangaroo there. I didn't even notice that. We'll capture you. Oh, so cute. Oh, kangaroo. I didn't even think they actually came down to the rocks here. It's interesting having the black background behind it. Poor Julien's over there, still looking at his rocks, tripod set up and everything. There's no way my shutter speed is fast enough to capture this. We'll let them go about their day. They don't need photographers harassing them. And I certainly, by the end of this trip, have enough kangaroo photos. And Julien, for some reason, decided that he put this black rock on top of it, which you guys saw there. It wasn't in the photos. So it's fine for me to move it. There we are. Oh, but how nice is this white stuff right here? I don't know what it is, but it's just like a vein running along the entire side of the composition. And it just goes all the way along. Yeah, no idea what it is, but it looks beautiful. Oh, this is pretty nice. That nice swirling texture in the rocks. Oh, that looks really nice. That's like one of those compositions where you have it zoomed in quite a bit when you look at it. You just zoom out more and more and it gets better as you zoom out. Yeah, the polarizer is making a world of difference though. It's really making the rocks appear matte in appearance rather than being sort of any kind of shininess. And I think that's really bringing a lot of texture to the photos, I'd say, because you know, you don't want everything to look shiny and reflective, otherwise it can be just a little bit distracting to composition when you just have simple forms. Look at Julien, he's still over there trying to capture one shot. Oh, tragic. Tragic. That type of photography is a little bit too slow for me. I do love a good morning, just walking around handheld, especially when I can. Not too afraid to bump the ISO up. I sort of like these ones where they have the texture between the white and the dark rocks. It's almost like the cracks between these rocks, something sort of seeped up and corroded the sides, making them white. Looks really nice. And you'll hear I'm taking so many photos, but you're only going to probably see the best one out of them. Just because I want to be confident that I've got the shot. This is wonderful. Look at this. Look at this here. It has these sort of white lines passing through the black rock. It's just such a nice contrast. Absolutely love that. No idea what any of that type of rock is or anything about it, but it looks lovely. Ooh, there's even some nice ones here. Maybe. Oh, we'll get it anyway. Doesn't cost anything to take a photo, so if you want to, just go for it. Also quite like these red rocks that we have here, but I haven't found anything to work with them. I don't even know what they actually are. It's almost like it feels heavy. I don't know, maybe it's like some kind of iron, but I'm probably sounding like an idiot saying that. There's a good chance that it's not. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It's interesting how it's changing. We went from the blue and orange rocks down there to these black and white ones here. Now we're transitioning into something that's a bit gray. And if you look down there, now it's going white and red, which is so cool. There are so many possibilities at this location. It's actually crazy. And I know yesterday I came with the drone right up against the sides of that cliff face there, and there were some beautiful colors. I hope those images turn out because they were quite nice. Let's capture this one here. But yeah, they were quite nice, but you really have to fly the drone in. I I think Julien said he saw my drone. It was about a meter away from that cliff face and a certain depth. So I was sort of doing a little bit of a dangerous dance there because it was losing signal as well very fast. Like, surprisingly, it was only about 15 meters away and it was losing signal because it was so close to the cliff face. But hopefully it worked. Hopefully it worked. Let's see. Julien is still. It's been, what is it now, 15 minutes. He's still taking the same single composition. It must be a bloody good composition. Because, man, that's a bit much, you know? Settings-wise, you shouldn't really even need a tripod at the moment. But we sort of hit the end of the path here. Maybe I'll try and navigate this area here, but it's looking a little bit slippery, steep, and gravelly. And, you know, you slip here and, oh no, we're falling, oh no. And there you go, off the side of the cliff. And, yeah, goodbye. So, maybe not. Do a little walk back. See if we can spot anything else, because I still want to capture some photos with this red and white rock here, because it looks wonderful. Just the joy of having the 100 to 400. It makes it so easy to spot and compose these abstracts. I think the only challenge that I'm going to face in post is that when you're at this 400mm focal length, it's very hard to get everything in your shot in focus. But honestly, it's worth it for the fact that we don't have to have a tripod with us. Because if we were focus stacking every one of these shots, I promise you, we would probably be maybe one photo ahead of Julien. Huh. Starting to rain a little bit now. Oh well. Rain never hurt anyone. At least it didn't. Hopefully it doesn't hurt my Osmo. I've never taken the Osmo out in like crazy hectic rainy conditions, so I'm not too sure what its weatherproofness is. Maybe a nice abstract here. Huh, my camera's focusing on the rain. That's a new one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna run back and grab my lens hood, because I just realized I'm gonna be getting water on the lens. So I'm gonna quickly dash over there and I'll catch up with you guys when I have it on the lens. Alrighty, so never mind with what I just said. Lens hood doesn't need to go on the camera because I just got back to my bag and Julien seems to want to head back to the car. So I thought, why not? Let's go back to the car, have a bit of breakfast, and we'll meet up with you guys for some photos of the lagoon with the drone, if it stops raining, but might even try and take it off if it's still raining. We'll see what we can do. And here's Julien laughing. Nah, it'll be fine. Alright. Yeah, I'll see you guys then.
Ouais, moi j'en veux pas, moi.
So what a day and what a change of scenery. So the last time I chatted with you guys, we were in Yuraygir National Park getting that drone footage which you would have just saw a few seconds ago. And since then, we've pretty much driven, I'd say, close to 200 kilometers north, and of all places we find ourselves, we are now in Springbrook National Park doing the Natural Bridge circuit. How strange is that? Straight from some crazy beach in New South Wales with all these like swirling patterns of water to the middle of the rainforest. But anyway, decided to stop here on our way home. We had spare time, so it was like, why not? We're gonna go right past it anyway. We're just walking down to the Natural Bridge now, and we're just gonna do some quick photos down there to wrap up this video, just as a little extra bonus content, because it's already gonna be probably a pretty long video at the moment. But yeah, follow along. I know it's all been done over and over again, but typical me, I have the IR chrome filter, so we're gonna do it a little bit differently, but also a little bit the same. So yeah, follow along, it'll be nice. Made it to Natural Bridge and got the composition framed up. Julien was nice enough over here to describe it as perfect. So it must be good, because this guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to landscapes. So I'll show you guys what we're working with here. It's going to be pretty basic, pretty obvious. It's that same tourist shot that everyone who goes here gets, but with a little IR chrome flair to it. So this is what we're working with here, where we've just composed it pretty much straight on. There's not really much thought put into it besides balancing the water in the center, this little foreground element on the left side, and just having that nice little bit of light coming in on the top. The only special thing I think I'm going to do is I might just move the camera up a little bit to create a pano, so that way I can create a square frame and it's just not as tight on the top right here, but we'll see how it looks in the final edit. Shooting this one pretty basic, 1.3 seconds, f11, ISO 100. We'll just snap that shot there, and then we'll adjust the camera, and we'll take the next one where we include a little bit more of that. So I'll just do that now for you. Really hope you guys liked that shot. Just as I snapped that last photo, the tourists arrived. So that meant I was out of there as fast as I can. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head to the top of the Natural Bridge, and we're going to capture a photo of the water actually going into the bridge. And I think that'll about do us for the day, so I'll catch up with you guys when we get there. Alright, so same story as the last one. We're going to be pretty much taking the same composition. I know I sort of just jumped into this, but just trying to beat the tourists before they come down because they're on their way behind me. But pretty much I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you what we're looking at here for the scene. So we're now at the top of the bridge where you have the water flowing into here and down into the hole. And this right here, this big piece of rock, is the actual Natural Bridge itself. And pretty much what we're going to be doing with this composition is we're going to be starting here at the base, showing the water going into that hole there, and just like the one before, we're going to make it into a pano where we extend it up to include more of this space up here. Because right now at the moment this image has no context. So you need to have the background of this image, and right now it's just foreground, midground. And we need to have that background canopy right there to really put the image together. So without further ado, before the tourists come down those steps, they'll do it any second, I swear. Let's snap this shot, and we'll get the next one as well to make it into a pano. There we are, and just edging it up ever so slightly so we have the path of that creek now going through. Gives the image a bit more context. I might even go actually a bit higher. There we are, that's perfect. We'll take that shot right there. So we're going to connect that one with the one below it. So it makes a really nice square image where you have the creek passing down and the water going through. Hope you guys like the image. So I think we're here, guys. I think this is the end of the trip. I'm probably going to call that the last image. So it was a hell of a 2-day trip. Some crazy variety in the photos that we got and the locations we're in. I mean, look at this, we're in a rainforest now. We were just at the beach a few hours ago. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the series. I hope you enjoyed the videos, I hope you enjoyed the photos, I hope you enjoyed it all, because I had such a blast doing this. And it's so nice to get out and camp. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.